Hello everyone, myself Bhautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I will explain you the concept of hash function in information and network security subject. So first of all of you know in a information and network security, the main concept one that is known as a concept of the message authentication. So here the fully concentrate on the concept of hash function, how I generate the hash function, how I derive the hash function. So start with the concept of hash function. So first of all, you just see this particular diagram. What's the input behind the hash function and what's the output of the hash function? So whenever you consider the concept of hash function in a security, so one variable length block of data, that is message M, that can be considering as a input, and it directly generating a fixed size block that can be considering as a hash value. So whenever you apply the M means what? Here you just see in this particular diagram also the M message that can be the considering as a variable length message, and whatever the output it generates, that is known as a H of M. And H of M means what? Means in this particular message you apply the hash function, and whatever the output you receive, that is known as a fixed size hash value, or that is known as a fixed size hash code. So that is related to the definition of the hash function. After that, what's the characteristics behind the good hash function? So that's the one property, the result of applying any change to any bit or bit in M with the high probability you directly changing to the hash code. So that's the property for the good hash function. So in this diagram you just see, first of all one message is there, and message containing a variable length block of data. Then after L means that is the length of the message. Whatever the variable length message, that is directly passed to the hash function, and whatever it generate, that is known as a H of M. But in security, must remember one thing, H of M, that is known as a hash value, or that is known as a hash code, and on characteristics for that contain a fixed value or fixed length, that is for the hash code. So conclusion for this particular definition is that you pass the variable length message and you receive the fixed code, and that is known as a hash value or hash code. So this is the definition related to the hash function. After that, what's the application of the cryptographic hash function? So whenever you talk about the application of the cryptographic hash function, so mainly three applications for that. One, that is known as a message authentication. Second one, that is known as a digital signature. And third one, that is known as a one-way password file. After that, what is the meaning of message authentication? Message authentication generally using the secret key concept with using the sender and receiver. Authentication means, what is the meaning of normal authentication? Normal authentication means you pass the user ID and password, you log in into the system, that is known as a concept of authentication. But here the application, that is the message authentication. Second one, digital signature. Must remember one thing, digital signature using the concept of public and private key concept. Public and private key, that is also known as a public key cryptography, and public key cryptography is also known as a asymmetric key cryptography. And third application of the cryptographic hash function, that is the one-way password file. After that, what's the security requirements? Why we use the hash function? Why we use the message authentication? Why we use the message authentication code? Why we use the digital signature? These all are the parameters in a security. So what's the major security requirements for this particular techniques? So first one, that is known as a disclosure of the information. Second one, that is the traffic analysis. Traffic analysis already you know under the which category of the attack? That is under the category of the security attack. Security attack containing the two types. One that is known as a active attack. Second one that is known as a passive attack. Traffic analysis under this particular category. Third one, masquerade. Masquerade means what? One entity pretends to be another entity, that is known as a masquerade. After that, three modification. First one, that is known as a content modification. Second one, that is known as a sequence modification. And third one, that is known as a timing modification. So three type of modification, that's the part of the security requirement in this particular technique. And last two part, that is known as a source repudiation and one destination repudiation. So whenever you talk about the security requirement, so mainly 8 requirement for that. So first, that is the disclosure. Then after 2 requirement related to the security attack. 3 requirement that is related to the different modification. 2 requirement that is related to the repudiation. After that, security requirement of cryptographic hash function. So in this particular table, you just see one by one with using the logic by logic. I explain the requirement. So first one, that is totally related to the variable input size. Means all of you know, if I want to generate the hash code, so at that time I directly pass the message. So message, whatever the message you pass, that is variable size message or fixed size message. So your answer, that is the variable size message. And whatever the output you receive, that is the fixed size hash code or variable size hash code. So that is fixed size hash code. So first 2 requirement for the cryptographic hash function, must remember one thing, that is first one, that is the variable input size, and second one, that is the fixed output size. After that, mainly 3 type of attack, 3 type of property. But before that, you know the concept of efficiency. So requirement number 1, that is the variable input size. Requirement number 2, that is the fixed output size. Requirement number 3, whatever the cryptographic hash function you select, that is the efficient one. After that, mainly 3 type of property. First one, that is known as a pre-image resistant. Pre-image resistant, that is also known as one-way property. Pre-image resistant, that is known as a one-way property. After that, second pre-image resistant, that is known as a weak collision resistant. What is the meaning of collision? In data structure already you know the concept of collision. Means whenever any one particular place can be accessed by 2 different data units, so that can be considering as a collision. But how I resolve the collision? So in data structure already you know one collision resolution technique for that. So here 2 type of collision, one that is known as a weak collision, second one that is known as a strong collision. So collision resistant and second pre-image collision resistant, and last one that is known as a pseudo randomness. So these all are the requirement. Currently only list out of that. Must remember first one, that is the variable input size. Second one, that is the fixed output size. Third one, that is the efficient one. Fourth one, that is the pre-image resistant. Fifth one, that is the second pre-image resistant. Then after the collision resistant, and last one, that is the pseudo randomness. After that, whatever the requirement I discuss, what is the meaning of each and every requirement? So at least you know each and every requirement according to the logic. So first one, here you just see, can be applied to any size message m, means that is under the category of the concept of variable length message. After that, whatever the output you generate, that is the fixed length. So second one is producing a fixed length output h. After that, efficient. How I can say that's the efficient algorithm? How I can say that's the efficient technique? The proper justification is that it is easy to compute h is equal to h of m for any message m. So that can be treated as a efficient. After that, one-way property means what? How I justify my answer? One-way property. So for that, for any particular hash code or any particular hash value, that is infeasible to find y such that h of y is equal to h. So this is known as a one-way property. Means for the hash value h, you not directly retrieving the y. So this is known as a one-way property. Next one, weak collision resistance and strong collision resistance. What is the difference? So at that time, talk about the block. So for a particular given block x, it is computationally infeasible to find whenever y not equal to x with hy is equal to hx. That is known as a weak collision resistance. Means y and x containing a different value, but at that time whatever the hash code it generates, it directly retrieving the same value, but the message, that's the different one. So that is known as a weak collision resistance. After that, strong collision resistance means what? Whenever you pass the m1 and m2, it directly generating a h of m1 is equal to h of m2, but it is computationally infeasible to find a message like this. So this is known as a strong collision resistance. Must remember one thing, either you talk about the one-way property, or you talk about the weak collision resistance, or you talk about the strong collision resistance. At that time, fully focus on the hash code, and all of you know how I generate the hash code with using the message. But in this particular message, I apply the hash function, and that is known as a h of m. So that is known as a hash code. After that, how I calculate the hash function formula, how I calculate the hash function logic. So at that time, at least you know, you pass the message, and whatever the message you pass, that can be treated as an input message. And input message means what? That is a sequence of block. So that is the sequence of n bit block. After that, this particular input is processed block by block. Block by block means what? One block at a time, in an iterative fashion, to produce our hash function, that is known as a hash code. What is the meaning of that? You pass the sequence of message, you directly generating a hash function. This is the logic to calculate the hash function. How I calculate with using the mathematical formula. So here you just see, if I want to calculate the C of I is equal to B of I1 X or B of I2 X or B of IM. So what is the meaning of Ci here? Ci means I want to calculate the ith bit of the hash code. And what is the value of the I? That is in between 1 to n. What is the meaning of m? M means number of block in a input. And what is the meaning of Bij? Bij means what? Ith bit in jth block. So if you want to calculate this particular formula, so that is known as a B of Ij. So ith bit in jth block. So this is the way you can directly calculate the hash function. And then after, the last important point related to hash function. Which kind of attack, which kind of security attack that is generally applied on a cryptographic hash function? So mainly three attacks. First one, that is known brute force attack. Second one already I discussed, that is the pre-image and second pre-image attack. And last one, that is known as a collision resistant attack. So whatever the last 2 points here, must remember one thing, that is under the category, that is under the category of one-way property. After that, weak collision resistance and strong collision resistance. So this is all about the concept of hash function. Must remember one thing in today's session. First point, that is the definition of hash function. After that, the different properties of the hash function. Then after, how I calculate the hash function. And then after, the different security attack on a cryptographic hash function. So that's all about the today's session. So thank you for watching.